but lucky all the same. Sweet taste of empires crumbling in the gloom. Napkin men with metal hearts around us, drawing nearer, bodies fill the room. Our talking heads parade their faces every day, showing us the way to think and feel, helping us to understand the rich man's point of view. They said it on the news and now it's real.
Hey everyone! Welcome to another Gaming Friday, which almost turned into a Saturday, into a Gaming Saturday tomorrow because of something that came up earlier, but thankfully that something is no more. So here we are. Happy Friday! How are you all doing? I hope you're doing fine. Carnage, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the stream. Santi, I see you there. Hello there. Welcome back. It's nice seeing you back. Happy Friday, everyone! Hey, it's so good to see you guys here. So actually, because today's stream almost only happened tomorrow because of this something that came up earlier, I was actually just quite careless with time and such, so much so that since I am quite tired actually, if I'm honest, and because I woke up very early today, I had a long day of work. And I actually woke up from a nap on my desk right here just a few minutes ago. So my back is killing me. But who cares? Let's truck, or should I say, let's lorry, because this is Euro Truck Simulator. And therefore, everything is lorries. Well, though personally I prefer to call these box with wheels. Okay, so what am I going to be doing today? Today I am going to be delivering stuff around this area of the map, which is a DLC. Don't remember the name of this DLC. I think it's the Beyond the Black Sea DLC, something like that. I don't remember. What is this place? Turkey? I really am not very familiar with the geography of Europe, so my apologies everyone. Regardless, my plan is to depart from Gdansk. I think that's how I pronounce that. My plan is to depart from here and head north and deliver something to some of these cities that I haven't been to yet. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Though first, a little disclaimer, log out. This is not going to be a admin stream, so no kicking everyone. No kicking anyone. No kicking anyone. No banning anyone, because due to reasons that I cannot share, if I do that, then I cannot keep the VOD of this stream live anymore. So since I want to keep this VOD live and public, I am not going to do that. I am going to do an admin stream sometime in the near future, but today is not it. Soulless, hey there, welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining. How are you doing? I hope you are doing fine. Alright, let's see. What do I have? There are currently no available cargoes for your trader. Okay, I gotta sleep. The game wants me to sleep. Hey there, Flindex! How are you doing? Happy Friday. CD, Calais Duisburg? Nope. Honestly, I really do not like that place, and I will literally not drive there unless I am paid. Seriously. But I mean, jokes aside, yes, if someone actually makes a donation, like, I don't know, let's say $10 for example, I would drive there for either 10 kilometers or 10 minutes, something like that. Probably the distance. But yeah, otherwise I really do not want to set my wheels there. I gotta find... Hey there, Victor! How are you doing? Happy Friday, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna drive to this hotel over there real quick because I gotta have my guy sleep so I can have jobs. I gotta turn on my highlights. Sub for CD? No, actually, I rather have a donation. Literally got paid to drive there. But seriously, I really don't like that place anymore. I really don't. I used to enjoy driving there, but there are reasons that I rather not mention that has killed all the joy that I had from driving on that road. And I didn't go there because of the people. I used to go there simply because of the actual views of the road. It used to be a nice place. Did I just lose? I just lose connection. Yeah, crap. When am I going to call my ISP about this issue? Come on. internet seems to be back, but not the stream. Hello? Why? I'm going to have to stop this and start again. Fine. Start streaming. Hey, are we back? My apologies for that. I just had a major interruption on my internet connection. Oh joy! Now I'm gonna have not only I had to restart the stream, but I also have to restart the game. Heck! And now everyone is gone. Yeah. Alright, give me a couple minutes. I am going to relaunch ETS2. I'm getting an error here for some reason. Come on, run. Let's go simulation 1. You guys sure, why the heck not? Yeah, it is very frustrating when stuff like this happens. It's already bad enough when it happens at random, like, I don't know, maybe you are just watching a video on YouTube or something. But it's frustrating a whole different level when it happens when you are live streaming something, because then the flow of the stream gets completely interrupted. It's very, very frustrating. Okay, I am back in the server. Let me just check something real quick here on the other computer. Yeah, the stream seems to be working. Alright, everyone, can you hear me nicely? I expect that you can. Okay. So, now that I am back, I actually already had my guy sleep. So let's see if there is any cargoes to wherever I want to go in the north. Gdansk to Duisburg? Oh heck no! Duisburg. As if I'd go there willingly for free. Funny stuff. Everything either goes to Scandinavia or the south. Well, this one goes to Vilnius, but I have already been in that town. I want something that goes to somewhere like Rezekne, Valmiera, Panevezes, whatever you pronounce that. Siauliai, Mazalikai, you know, one of these that I haven't been to yet. Kaunas, I have been to Kaunas. Gothenburg, no. Berlin, nah. Kassel, no. That's not where I want. Duisburg, ew, no. Assassin Go Easy, hey there, welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. How are you doing? Alright, it looks like I can only pick something that goes to somewhere that I have already been to for some reason. In that case, let's see, 507 kilometers of distance, this one, 485. I'm gonna pick this one that goes to, what is this place? Kaunas. And let's see if I can find something else to somewhere else from there. I am doing good myself, thank you. Although my back hurts.
Okay, here we go.
Because I fell asleep on my desk earlier. And let's just say that it wasn't very ergonomically healthy for my back. But I'm doing fine.
Turn right.
I'm a little bit frustrated now because I started the stream and the internet died on me.
Turn right.
So now everyone is gone and there's just you and a couple more people or so. Or I'm not sure. The counter on Twitch is a little weird. I'm not used to it because the counter says 2 people live, watching. But the users in chat thing, it lists a bunch of people. So I never know how many people are actually here. Yeah, that's alright. And you, yeah, that's what that was who
Keep right. And then
my
turn
tongue.
right.
That's who I was referring to, Santi, of course.
Turn right.
While I am sitting at the red light, let me show you the truck I am driving tonight. I am driving this old Mercedes Actros with a very cool dragon paint, at least I find it cool. I love it. Let's turn over here. Head over to the left lane over there.
Keep left and then turn left.
And we are almost there where I gotta pick up my load.
Turn left.
Everything's clear, so it's good to turn. Nice. The indicators on this truck
We are
are
finished.
so loud. There we go. Yeah, cargo market, right? Yes, cargo market. Kaliningrad? Oh. It looks like I'm actually gonna pick this load. I haven't been to this town yet. It's much closer than the other one, but I haven't been to it yet. While I have been to the other one. Alright, there's my stuff. Or rather, where I gotta park my trailer. Ah, stop honking! I don't like when people honk for no reason. Ah, but Mike, they're just saying hi. Yeah, well, horns are not really meant to be used for that. Not as much as people use them for that purpose on this game anyway. Ah, Mike, you are just an old boomer. Alright, fair enough. Oops, I messed this up. Hey, Space! How are you doing? Happy Friday and welcome to the stream. You have almost fallen asleep? Yeah, I know the feeling. I actually woke up from a nap on my desk minutes before I started the stream. I might even go to bed early tonight. Or not. I was gifted Phasmophobia, which, if you guys know, is a ghost hunting game. It's pretty spooky. I like it. I also need new underwear after I have played the tutorial earlier today, but it's a fun game. And actually, why I'm saying this, because I have a couple of the friends that it looks like they are going to buy Phasmophobia for themselves. And we might play that game later tonight. And if we do, depending on the hour, I am thinking about doing an extra stream later today with that. The only caveat to that is that they do not speak English. They only speak Portuguese. So if I do that stream, I will have to be speaking Portuguese along with them, otherwise they will not understand a word of what I would be saying. But of course, if I do that stream, I will be addressing you guys in the chat, interacting with you in English, obviously. It's just that everything else is going to be would be in Portuguese. You've been up since 5. Ish, that is really early. Really early. I have been up since very early as well, but not nearly as early as you.
Go straight on.
Go straight on. Alright, GPS lady, you got it. But yeah, if we do play that game later today, I want to stream it.
Keep left and then
Not
turn
sure I
left.
will, but that's something that I would like to do. If not today, then some other day. And another thing that I am thinking of is if I can get a little group of people who do speak English to play Phasmophobia with me, then I might play Phasmophobia on the next Gaming Friday next week. So there's something to look up for. I mean, of course, I can just play by myself. It's just that alone is not as fun, and it's actually a lot more scary. a lot more scary. And underwear costs money. Some people said Phasmophobia is good. Yes, it is good. So far I have only played Phasmophobia. I have only played the tutorial of Phasmophobia. It is absurdly easy because, of course, it should be. It's just the tutorial. There is no actual danger with the ghosts that you are facing there. But it's still really scary. If you play alone anyway, I'm sure playing with friends is not as scary. It's still scary, but not as scary. But at least it's more bearable kind of scary. My frame rate is low for some reason. But yeah, I have been watching some gameplays of Phasmophobia. I have been watching Markiplier play it. I have been watching Jacksepticeye play that. I have watched also the Game Grumps, my favorites, played that game. It's really fun to watch, and I'm sure it is even as more fun, if not actually it should be even more fun to play by yourself. A lot more scary, a lot more frightening. That's a given. But yeah, that is something that I want to do. If not later tonight, then on the next Friday or some other Friday in the near future. That should be a very fun thing to play on the stream. Unfortunately, not with Facecam, because until I decided to change my mind, I rather not reveal my face on the internet. Besides, I don't even have a half decent webcam to use for Facecam, let alone an actual place. You know, I'm not gonna say studio, but a background, a decent background to have behind me on camera. And my hair is so big that it looks like a mane. My Dragon, do you want to join me for the drive tomorrow? 17 UK on Pro Mods. What time is that going to be on my time though? Because I don't know if I am going to be busy in the afternoon. I know that is going to be the afternoon for me. Let me check my phone. I should not be checking my phone while driving. Heck, hold on. Let me get to this straight. So right now for me it is 7:47, and in Europe, if I am not mistaken, UK, it should be, you correct me if I am wrong, it should be 11:48 p.m. If that is correct, then that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that's a 4-hour difference. So 5 would be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 p.m. for me. Yep, Okay, so yeah, it should then be 1 p.m. for me. I'm not sure if I am available. Yes, absolutely, because I
Go
do have
straight
something
on.
tomorrow. I'm just not entirely sure how long that would take. So if I am back home in time, absolutely yes.
Get ready.
Hey
Turn
Blah,
right.
welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. How are you doing? So nice seeing you again. I'm driving a box with
Turn
wheels on Euro. I was talking about ghosts. Oh man, I am so not used to driving European trucks anymore. Personally, I believe the American trucks, they handle much better, much more nicely than these. Though this is not a criticism on the trucks, by the way. This is just a personal perception of mine. That is awesome to read, Uba. I was gonna say here, but I am not hearing you. I can only read. And you can't really hear text. Well, that depends. If you type, for example, I like trains, and you read that, then I'm sure you can actually hear that text. I mean, we all know what I'm talking about, right? I like trains. But yeah, great to know you're doing well. So yeah, Space. If I am back in time, and I am free, absolutely. Even if it is pro mods, which I am not a fan. I like trains. Yes. Man, I wish there were more trains on American Truck Simulator. I mean, there are trains everywhere over there. It's just what I mean is on multiplayer. Because apparently most trains on ATS, they are more AI driven than the actual map props like they are on ETS2. So most of them do not work on multiplayer, unfortunately. Yeah, I haven't been to one of these in ages. I saw you got Phasmophobia. How you enjoyed that? Yes, I did. I need new underwear. Actually, I was talking about Phasmophobia just before you joined the stream. Yes, exactly. The trains on ETS2, they... I could be wrong, but I believe they are more like
Get
map
ready.
props
Turn right.
rather than actually driven by the AI, which is the case on ATS.
Turn right.
Which is why you don't see many of them running around on multiplayer. The only one that I actually know works on MP is the one that goes by Flagstaff. That's the only one I have ever seen running on multiplayer. But yeah, Phasmophobia. I was actually talking about Phasmophobia moments before you joined the stream. It is very fun. So far I have only played the tutorial. I got really spooked.
Right.
I was in the living room checking the TV for that break. Checking the TV for those instructions slideshow that they put there. When the lights turned out, I turned around with my flashlight on, and the ghost was right there, facing me and heading my direction. I didn't scream,
Turn right.
but my heart was really pumping. I could actually feel and hear it pumping in my chest. It was like, "Whoa, okay, I'm heading out. I'm going to the truck for a hot minute." It was very fun though. Hopefully, I will be playing that soon on a stream with some friends. I thought they didn't. I thought they didn't just put time in the sync. In syncing it up on ETS. Go to the bridge and ETS were dangerous. Let's sync it up with everyone. Yeah, I know what bridge you're talking about. The one that raises up and if you are just stopped on the actual bridge, you don't actually go up with the bridge, you just stay midair. I know that the bridge. That's a cool bridge though. Oh, you're talking about Phasmophobia now? I can imagine. But yeah, one of the things I was talking about in regards to Phasmophobia before I joined the stream is that I have a couple friends or so that it looks like they are going to buy Phasmophobia for themselves. And we might play that game together later tonight. And if we do, then I probably might do an extra stream tonight. The only caveat to that is that since they do not speak English, then the stream will be in Portuguese. Because if I speak English with them, they will not understand a word of what I am saying. But of course, if I do stream, I will
Get
still
ready
be. Ooh,
to turn right.
I'll still be interacting with you guys in the chat in English. I'll still address you in English. So
Turn
you have two
right.
conversations. Yeah, yeah, that seems about right. Hey, I'm already here.
Get ready to turn left.
Kaliningrad.
Turn left.
Kaliningrad. Well, whatever. We are here.
Straight on.
This was a very short trip, but that was supposed to be short. Now from here,
Get
I am
ready
going
to turn
to see if I can get anything to another town
Turn
that I
left.
haven't been to. And if not, then whatever.
Here we are. Safe and sound.
Safe and sound. There's a song that goes by that name. It's really cool. I like it. Okay, I gotta reverse into there. Let's see if we can do it from here. You don't have the heart to play alone? Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I was actually I was saying earlier that if I can get a group of English speakers to play with me on the next Friday, for the Gaming Friday, then I'm definitely going to play that game on the stream next Friday. But of course, I can't play by myself. It's just one, not as fun, and two, it is way too scary, way too spooky for me. I'm not entirely sure I am man enough to deal with that myself. Is this going to work? Yes, it is. Oof, just enough. Just enough. You want to know English? Oh, that's helpful. This here is good enough. I'm not going to spend much time making the truck park very straight in the spot. Okay, let's see. What have we got from here to... Oh, there's a garage over there. Hang on, I'm going to buy the garage first. How do I get there? Is this just an intersection? Whatever, I'm just going to use the GPS. Yeah, that is just an intersection.
Time to hit the road.
Okie dokie. Oh yeah, Phasmophobia. Spooky fun. And the game
Turn
itself...
right.
Oh, the trailer... Oh, shoot. Hold on. I made a little boo-boo over here. I don't want to hit the trailer. I mean, I don't want to hit the gate over there with the trailer. That's what I mean. There we go. Easy. But yeah, and Phasmophobia is an easy game. It is very easy.
Go straight on.
The
and
difficult
then turn
thing
right.
is having the courage to play it.
Turn right.
Well, what is life without a little spook? Am I right? At least that game is not
Get
a
ready
series
to
of,
turn right.
of just jump scares. The fear,
Turn right.
quote unquote. It comes the fear, the scares. It comes more from the actual environment than actual jump scares. Which is not to say there are no jump scares. After all, these are ghosts that we are talking about. But the game is not about jump scares like a game like, let's say, Five Nights at Freddy's, for example. But yeah, it looks really fun. I really can't wait to play
and then
that.
turn left.
Oh, we have a
Turn
person over
left.
here. Which traffic light am I supposed to? Okay, this one up here. Man, traffic lights on American Truck Simulator, United States, they are so much better. Because over there, if I stop right here where I stopped, on an intersection like this, I would actually be able to see the light that I am supposed to follow. Which in this case is that one with the arrow right above my truck over there. Because in the United States, the traffic light poles, they are on the other side of the intersection. So over there. No, actually there's another one over there as well, but that wasn't very clear if I'm honest.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Oh, over here? Yes, over here.
This is where it ends.
The GPS lady has some strange accents every now and then. Like on ATS, sometimes when she says this is where it ends, one of her lines for that phrase is, I don't know, she puts such an emphasis on the tone of her voice. It sounds like, this is where it ends. Like this, you know? It's weird. The eyes are on the wrong side. There's no way you can see them without breaking your neck. Yeah, I know, right? And that's actually the same thing here in Brazil. The traffic lights, sometimes you have to put your head above the dashboard so you can see through the... Am I going to jackknife this thing? So you can see through the windshield. Actually, you gotta stick your head above the dashboard, tilt your neck like in a very uncomfortable position, so then you can look up by moving your eye all the way to the side, so then you can see the traffic light above your car. I don't like that. Yeah, it's awful. Also, where the heck am I going? I forgot I gotta pick a load first. I'm just driving. Okay, let's stop here. Cargo market. Let's see. While I look through the stuff, I'm going to drink water. Oh, I see. These are sorted by price. From highest price to lowest price. So what do I want is actually from shortest length to longest length, I suppose. Gdansk, no, that's where I just came from. Karlskrona, that's not in the area that I want. Whoa, that pickup is very far away from here. Oh, not very far away. It's over there. Xiaoliai. Xiaoliai. Oh, motor oil. Panevezes. I have no idea how to pronounce these names. There's a price per distance. To this point, I have so much money that I really. Yeah, I used to use only the price by distance. Have the highest price first to the lowest. But like you, I have a lot of money, and actually, it doesn't look like you can actually see the money over here because it's covered by the bar that has the name of the song that it's going to play. But playing. But I do have a lot of money. All legit money though. I got from doing my own deliveries and my drivers.
Time to get the job done.
One of vezes. That's not really helpful. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I have picked something.
Get ready
I think
turn
that
right.
it's to that city.
Turn right, and then turn right.
And it's right over here.
Turn right.
Because I have not been to this town yet, so that's where I should go.
Turn left.
Wait, turn left. Right here. Okay. Go around the gas station. Yeah, it is easy to get a lot of money on these games without cheating. Wait. Yeah, it says this is the place, but wait. What? I'm confused. Where is the pickup point? Is this right? Yes. That's a fuel pump. That's another fuel pump. There's no icon to get stuff, and I don't see any pickup points. What the heck? And the map says it's right here. So what? Wait. It wants me to wait. Does it want me to pull into this area here? Oh man, I'm so confused right now. Alright, let me try that. But I don't see any activation icons over there. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Oh, you might be right, Blah. I did not pay attention to that detail. Oh, I am an idiot. Where's all the way over there? I got confused by the arrows. Oh well. Still, could be worse. Could be like that day on ATS when I thought I was doing a World of Trucks delivery, and all the while I wasn't. And then I got angry because it did not register towards the event. Only to find out that I hadn't actually picked something from World of Trucks. Oh me.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Alright, now I am in the correct course.
Turn left.
There, I can see the traffic light over there. Up there, I should say. Yeah, sure, there's that one over there. But what's the point in having that one over there and this one over here? Wouldn't it be much easier and cheaper actually? Because you would need only one light pole. Wouldn't it be much easier and cheaper to just have this one up here, this big one on the other side? It would be so much more practical. Each time I hear him, you get mistake. Yeah, I'm gonna blame you on that then. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, this traffic pole over here, it should be over there instead of just that small one over there. That small one there should not exist. I have a green light, so here I go. You guys stay over there. Only thing I think of is why people on your side behind the thing. What? Only thing I think of why it's on your side is for people behind you see what the light is. I mean, they would still be able to see it from back there. Besides, it works in North America. Why wouldn't it work on Europe and Brazil for that matter? Because Brazil also has traffic lights like that, which is stupid. Although, having said that, there are a couple of intersections in my city in particular. I'm sure there must be in some other cities as well. Dude, don't you see it is a long line? You are not supposed to be overtaking here. Whatever. There are a couple intersections over here that do have the traffic light be on the other side. I love those. They are great. You can actually see the traffic light just
Go
fine.
straight on.
And it should be like that everywhere. It's so much better. And back to what we were talking about, twisting the neck and such. You don't have to hurt your neck trying to see the light. My frames just dropped. This is a fun. I got an email from Humble Bundle. Gift a year of Humble Bundle choice. Not interested, thank you. Let's put that over there.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Alrighty, alright, let's go.
Exit right. Get ready to turn left.
These are so
Turn
weird
left.
exits. There we go, that's a very noisy indicator. Almost there. Can see it on the map already. Alright. Let's change the lane. Actually, no. That lane over there just dies over here. Why must people speed so much on ETS2? You remember that guy who just overtook me back there? He just went to the same place I did.
Keep
Why?
right, and
Why?
then turn right.
Why overtake me like that? There was no reason. I mean,
Turn
personally, I find Euro Truck Simulator to be a bit boring. Ever since the American Truck Simulator came out.
Turn
But
right.
is it actually boring? So boring that people actually need to speed to, you know, get a kick out of it? Sometimes that's how I feel it is.
Get ready to turn left.
I'm not even going to try and pronounce what that wording says.
Turn
It
left.
looks like Russian. Or maybe it's what was the other language? It's similar but not Russian. Cyrillic? Something like that. I don't know, maybe it might be that. Although I could try and pronounce this, of course I would say wrong. Simpema.
Is
It
now
looks
clear.
like Simpema. Because it looks like a C, a Y, an N, P, E, M, A. That's what it looks like for me. Okay, let's see. Cargo market. Take job. Well, it's not necessarily that they are loud. It's just this particular truck has very loud interior indicators. Interior indicators. Has very loud indicators. It has always been loud with this. Hold on. I gotta fix the positioning of the truck. Let me reverse into the spot and I will read, and then I will read what you just said there. But there's a lot of text there for me to read while reversing. Almost there. Not great, but not terrible either. I enjoy both. When I'm on MP, I usually go 90. On ATS, I would like to go 65, but if I'm going with a friend, he finds it boring to go so slow, so I'm forced to go 75. When safe to do so, of course, since I make sure I need to slow us down if needed. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Let's do this.
But yeah, I see no point in going above the speed limit. Which is not to say that I don't go above the speed limit every now and then. Though when I do, I usually stick to only 5 or 10 kilometers an hour above the speed limit on the most, on the very, very most. Do not go beyond that. And same thing on ATS, except miles. Okay, because I use miles over there. The United States should use the metric system. Come on, so much better. It makes so much more sense. 0 is 0, 100 is 100. Oop, I accidentally stopped. Although, having said that, there are some funny memes with the metric system in the United States. I remember this one that says, the Americans will measure everything with anything but the metric system.
To turn left.
There's this picture. Let me see if I can remember. I remember this one picture where. Oops.
Turn left, and then turn left.
Let me do this curve here first. That said the.
Turn left.
It used the alligators by football fields as measurements instead of the metric system. But yeah, they should use the metric system. It's just better. Even Canada switched to the metric system a few years ago. Or decades, I don't remember how long it's been.
Keep left.
Stop at lights and signs. Keep speed limits. But usually I find it dangerous to go speed limits on MP because of others. The danger on MP is not you going the speed limit. It's them going above the speed limit. That is where the danger lies. Speaking of, what is the limit here? 90? I'm doing 80. Alright, let's speed a little bit more. It should be fine. 86. A little bit more. 88. 89. I think. Is that 89? Yeah, that is 89. 93.
Keep left,
3.
and then turn left.
Okay, never mind the speed limits. I gotta slow down and do a turn over here.
Turn left.
I I only, like I said, I only do the speed limits, and on the very most, only 5 to 10 above the speed limits. It's not worth going any faster. For one, this is not a racing game. You are not in a race. You are not going to get anything by getting anywhere first than the others. And second, the faster you go, the more likely you are to have an accident, or to cause an accident, for that matter. And then people get banned because they broke the reckless driving rule, ramming and such. They complain, they say that they did nothing wrong and blah blah blah. Well, stuff like that would not happen if they just drove the speed they were supposed to.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now.
Oh, my frames dropped again. Yep, since the majority is speeding, you have a higher chance of getting crashed into. Yep. Yep, indeed. Oh, I think I know why my frames are dropping frequently like this. I have a little CPU monitor on the taskbar on the second screen, on the top screen over here. And I think my processor is what's the term? I forget now. Hold on, let me see if I can remember. Thermal throttling. I think my CPU is thermal throttling. It is measuring about 58 degrees Celsius, but its clock speed has dropped from 2.80 to 1.20 right now. Ah, balls. And there goes internet again. Heck. Why is it thermal throttling? Hey, are we back? Hello? Yeah, it looks like we are back. I just had another interruption on my internet connection. Joy, I really gotta call my ISP about this problem. I'm gonna have to restart the game. As I was saying, I think I have found out why my game is consistently dropping frames like that. Apparently, my CPU might be thermal throttling. And I don't really understand why it should be doing that, because it is not particularly hot today. And I have just cleaned the CPU fan and cooler earlier this afternoon. So it should not be doing that. I know, right, Black? It should not. But what I noticed from the little CPU monitor that I have on the taskbar on the top screen over here is that the temperature goes to the 60s, 70s, while the processor is running at 2.9 gigahertz, which is about its normal speed. I have not overclocked this Core i5 760 first generation Core i5, by the way. It's 10 years old now, and after it does that, the clock drops to 1.2 and stays down there for a little while, and that's when the frames drop. I really need to get enough money to upgrade this computer. According to my calculations, and from what I have checked online, how much I would be spending on just motherboard, processor, and RAM, because these three need to be compatible with each other. If I just buy these three specific parts and reuse everything else in my computer, reuse the hard drives that I have, reuse the power supply, the graphics card, which is a GeForce GTX 1060.
Get ready to turn left.
If I reuse everything and just upgrade the motherboard, processor, and RAM, I am going to be spending
Turn left.
a little over 4,100 Brazilian reais. And yes, if you convert that to currencies such as dollars or euros or pounds, it might not seem as much money, but believe me, that is a lot of money. For you to have an idea of how expensive that would be for just these three parts, and I'm not even talking about the high-end parts, by the
Go
way.
straight on.
I'm talking about mid-range on the most. Imagine that instead of, let's say I would
ready
spend
to turn
4,100 exactly. Let's say that's exactly how much I would spend. For you to have an idea of how expensive that actually would be,
Turn right.
imagine that instead of 4,100 Brazilian reais, it would be like $4,100 or 4,100 euros or 1,400 pounds, for example. That is how expensive it is to buy computer stuff here in Brazil.
Go straight
And
on.
I have no money. Well, I do got some from a generous donation, but I gotta go over here. But that's still not going to be enough in my local currency,
Get
unfortunately.
ready to turn left.
That is enough for me to buy either the processor or the motherboard
Turn left.
or the RAM, but not two or three of those together. Unfortunately, for that, is still gonna need more cash. I tell you, Brazil is great for you to visit, but unless you have a job that gives you a really good income, it's not a very good place for you to live, because things here are just too expensive. It's not worth it. Unless you really like the place and you don't mind being always short on cash. Almost messed up this corner. Recently going to receive. I think I'm going to get a new CPU in a bit. Go for a Ryzen 3700. Even numbers. Yeah, the thing I want to buy to upgrade my PC is a Ryzen 5 3600, which is cheaper. Actually, I don't even... Do we have the... Do the stores over here sell these 3700 over here? I don't know. Well, regardless, if they do, it's going to cost even more money. So better I stick with the original plan to go 3600. That is already expensive enough as it is. But yeah, if I could, I would rather just build an entire new computer and just take this one here as it is and put it in a box and put it in a corner over there, store it safely. Keep it as a sort of little time capsule, you know. So, there we go. The CPU clock has dropped again, 1.2, and along with it brought down the frames. But yeah, and so someday in the future I can pick it up, turn it on with all the drives it currently has, and look through the stuff and go like, Oh, this is what those things were back in that day. Oh, I remember this. Oh, this was so fun, such. Go on a nostalgia trip. But unfortunately, until I get rich, which is never going to happen, I will have to content myself with just upgrading those three parts and reusing everything else. And as part of that, wiping the hard drive, the boot drive, and therefore not keeping anything of what I currently have on Windows. Apart from my files, of course. I'm keeping files. Jeez, I have over a decade of stuff in there. Yeah, the 36, I can speak. The 3600 is a very good processor. Originally, I was intending on going with a Core i5-9600K because I've been using Intel for many years. So in my head, Intel, even with the news that Intel hasn't been doing very well and such, in my head Intel would still be a great deal. But then I started to do some research, and even though the Ryzen 5 3600 does cost a little more money than the Core i5, there's a guy overtaking me, than the Core i5-9600K, it is worth it because its performance is far superior than that of the i5. So I decided that this time around I am going AMD, which will be the second time that I use AMD, if I can eventually afford to buy it. My very first computer, my personal very first computer, not the very first computer that we had at home, my own very first computer,
Keep left.
it was an AMD Athlon XP2000. And after that I bought this Core i5 that I am still using today. Oh, this is not what I'm supposed to do. And I bought and built this PC over here back in 2010, and I'm still using it today. Don't get me wrong, this is still a good computer. It's just
At the
that
roundabout,
for
take the
2020 usage, well, it's safe to say that it is showing signs of its age. It's still good,
exit now.
but for stuff, since stuff is more demanding nowadays, it just doesn't have that oomph, the horsepower that programs nowadays require. And therefore stuff slowdowns and lag and such. And what I am experiencing with this game here right now, stuff like that happens, unfortunately. And it's only going to get worse. Same, I was using Intel, but I got a Ryzen 1 700. Use CPU for helping a friend move, so video system around it. Yeah, and that CPU is already better than any Core i5 from recent generations. So, and besides, there's another thing. There's one specific thing that I want to do when I upgrade. Dude, do you really have to go on the wrong way to overtake me? Come on. Seriously? I wish I could speak up my mind on what I think about ETS2 players. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, there's one specific thing that I want to do when I upgrade.
Keep right.
I want
and
to
then
go
exit right.
full MSI. Currently I use an Asus motherboard and an EVGA
Exit
graphics card.
Right.
And they are great brands. I love Asus. I've always found them to be a great brand, great maker of motherboards. Amazing quality. In fact, the motherboard that I use on this Core i5 that I've had for 10 years is still the exact same one that I bought when I built this computer 10 years ago, literally a decade ago, and this motherboard has never malfunctioned, never once, even with all the power surges that I've always had throughout this entire decade. It's still rock solid. So Asus is great. And I wish I was sponsored, but I am not. I'm just saying my
At the
personal
roundabout,
opinion as a
take the first
consumer
left.
and as a computer technician as well, because that's what I do for a profession, for a living. But
Exit
MSI
now.
also seems to have a great quality, and so I want to go. I want to have an MSI motherboard and graphics card, and if possible, other other hardware parts as well. Not because not necessarily because MSI might be a better brand than Asus. I don't think it might. I don't think it actually is. But because MSI, they have a dragon as their mascot, and I like dragons, so I want to build my computer with a dragon theme. So that's why I want to go MSI when I upgrade to AMD. Even if I went Intel, I would want to go MSI for the hardware. EVGA power supply, MSI graphics card.
Keep left.
Yeah, I want to go MSI on as much stuff as I can. Currently, I have, like I said, the Asus motherboard, EVGA graphics card. My power supply is Corsair, and the RAM. I think the RAM is just some generic Kingston. Not generic Kingston, as I mean, one of those simple Kingston
Right.
sticks. But yeah, when I upgrade, I want to go full MSI as much as I can. So I'm looking forward to buy MSI motherboard. Whenever I can upgrade my graphics card, I will go for an MSI made graphics card. The power supply, whenever I can buy a new one. Do MSI even make power supplies? I don't think they do. Well, if they do, that's what I'm buying. Although for the RAM, I'm still going Corsair this time around. I found a nice model that seems to be good enough, and it fits in my budget.
Get ready.
When I have a
to
budget,
turn
anyway.
right.
Although I do gotta say, if MSI made RAM sticks as well, I likely would choose MSI RAM as well. Assuming they are good quality stuff as well.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
I will turn left, the GPS lady, after the traffic light turns green, which is now. So here we go. But yeah, I'm looking forward to upgrading this machine. Another thing that I need to do is replace the motherboard and the power supply on my work computer, because I have my personal computer,
Go straight
which is the
on.
one that I am playing the game and streaming from right now. And there goes the CPU clock again. This is the one that is 10 years old. This is still Generation 1 Core i5 and such. So my priority is this computer, but I also found out recently that I have to replace the motherboard and power supply on my work computer, which is the PC sitting on next to my main PC over here, and the one that I am actually using to see the stream chat. And I don't intend on upgrading that computer. Rather, I just intend on replacing
Go
the current
straight on.
motherboard for another one that is compatible with its current processor and RAM. Because one, I don't want to
Turn
spend
right.
money on that computer. I don't. It's just a work computer. It's not my priority or in anything. But recently I found that the motherboard of that computer has problems on the RAM slots. So occasionally, and it has been happening with more and more frequency, I don't know, it's like the RAM just lose contact with the motherboard, so the computer crashes in all sorts of ways, from blue screens to complete
Get
freezes
ready to
to
turn
not
left.
to not posting at all. It's really annoying. And testing,
Turn left.
well, not necessarily testing, but I am also very suspicious of its power supply. Oof. I got the frames back. So yeah, for that reason, I will have to replace the motherboard, and preferably the power supply as well. Now, when I do,
Keep
I also
right.
want to get an MSI motherboard for that computer, because dragons. Do you know what DAF, the truck brand, DAF, what that stands for? That, and
Go
this is
straight on.
completely accurate. You can ask anybody, especially myself. That stands for dragons are fantastic. So it's, yeah.
Keep left.
How far am I from the destination? About 56 minutes. Yeah, I'm close. It's right over there. Yeah, this trip went by very quickly.
Keep right.
Now, have you guys noticed how few people are around here on ETS2, Simulation 1, and how many players are on the server? 2011 players. I'm pretty sure that I could count how many people I have driven by on one single hand. The map is empty. Now ask me, where's everyone? Where are those 2011 people? I'm pretty sure you know the answer. Yep, you got it. I guarantee you, if I go to that region, which I won't, unless I'm literally paid to do that. No, I swear, if someone ever, while I'm streaming TS2, gives a donation for me to drive on CD, like, let's say, hey Mike, here's $10, drive on
Go
CD.
straight on.
I would drive on CD. I would $10, 10 kilometers of that road. I would do it. But for free, just willingly out of my own free will, nah. Thank you very much. It's not worth my patience and my nerves, for that matter. But anyway, I guarantee you that if I go there now, I will encounter more people than I can count. I guarantee you. I could even put money on that.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit
First exit,
now.
here we go. Do you still do in-game recorders and whatnot? Not necessarily. Because I am game moderator leader, my responsibilities as a TMP
Get
staff,
ready
they
to
are
turn
a
left.
bit different from that of just a game moderator. So I don't necessarily
Turn
have
left.
to do those. Occasionally I do, but I'm not sure I can actually say. I'm not sure I can actually tell what I was going to say, but let's just say that my requirements are a bit different. Having said that, I do intend on doing
Get
some
ready to
game
turn
moderation live stream someday in the near future, either on ETS2 or ATS, preferably ATS, because I really don't have much patience with ETS2 anymore these days. But yeah, I do intend on doing one of those in the near future.
Get ready to turn left.
I'm just not sure when,
Turn
or
left.
let alone how frequently I would do them. One thing I have been thinking of is to maybe do
Get ready to turn
one of
left.
those streams like at least once a month. So like month 1, I do
Turn
reports in moderation, in live moderation rather, on ATS. Then on the next month I do
This is where it ends.
on ETS2, or even once a week maybe. Like I add an extra stream slot in the week, and each week I do a different game. You know, like week 1 ATS, week 2 ETS2, and so on. I still got a plan. I do want to add another streaming slot in the week, as soon as I possibly can. I just have not really decided when exactly I want that to happen, or what I would be streaming in that extra slot. I have been thinking about adding this extra slot on a Wednesday, though my very original plan was to have specifically ATS on Wednesdays and do specifically ETS2 on Mondays. But probably not going to follow through with that plan. Not for now, at least. Not for a while. Maybe when I have more followers, more audience, and such. But yeah, for the time being, I do have an intention on adding another slot on Wednesday. I just have not decided when exactly. If I really want it on Wednesday and at what time, what hour of the day, you know. And what stuff I would be doing. If I would be drawing like I do on Sundays, if I would play a random game like I do every Friday currently, if I would play one specific game like every Wednesday play ATS, or every Wednesday play just ETS2, you know. Another thing that I could do, well, first thing I could do is fix my maneuver here, because my frame rate dropping like this has messed me up. One thing I could do is use this extra slot that I want to put on Wednesdays to do these admin streams every week, like I have just mentioned. That's something I could do. I suppose it could work. I mean, I suppose it would work. Is the word I should probably be using. But I don't know. I still have not decided. I'm still thinking. And there's a lot of things that are in my mind right now that I gotta think of and plan out. Especially in terms of my real life, because I have a buttload of stuff going on right now. And it's overwhelming. But yeah, those are my basic plans. Let me do a quick save here. Let's see what other stuff we have. Oh, there's a garage over there. Let me drink water and I'm going to buy that garage. Actually, some feedback and opinions and such, that would be helpful in order for me to decide, because I really don't know what I would be doing on the extra stream slot. Not yet, anyway. Like I said, could be an admin stream every week on a different game. Could be a different game like I do on Fridays every week. More drawing. Actually, I could use more drawing sessions. Turn left. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Thank you. I even lost my line of thought. What was I saying? Well, if I see you and stop by, you'll be very welcome, Black. You and everyone else on the stream. Yeah, there's the garage. I missed. Dang it. Wait, I can turn here. Hang on, I'm going to make a U-turn. Hey, thank you. Can I go? Yep. There's no one around. Here we go. And this is how you do a U-turn safely, and where you can actually do it. You pull over to the side, check if you can actually turn around, then you turn around if you can, and you do not go back to the road right away. You turn around, go to the other side of the road, check if you can merge back into the road, and then you merge back into the road. That is, if you can merge back. Alright, now I need to reverse the truck over here. That way, I can get out of this place. Whoop! Almost hit the wall over there. Okay, quick save. Let's check. I still have more time for at least one more delivery. So let's see what we have. What have we got here? Oh, an apple. I have been there, I have been there. I have been there already. Kaunas, I have been there. Valmiera. I have not been to Valmiera. I'm gonna go to Valmiera. What is this? Scaffolding. Using plastics. Scooters! Yeah, let's transport. What should I transport? The scaffolding? I'm gonna transport the plastics, because it's lighter.
Drive safe.
Alright, let's go. I like how this truck looks. It's nice.
Turn right.
Not a single soul near me. Heh. Hey there, Hudson. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you back. Happy Friday. How are ya? You just missed me sneeze. As if that wasn't important.
Get ready to turn right.
Man, these roads here are weird. Who designed
Turn
these
right.
These places? There we go. My pickup point is all the way over there. I thought it was closer by. Oh well.
Get ready to turn right.
Could be worse. Hey Hudson, remind Cookie that he still owes me 50
Turn
bucks. Let's turn right over here. Nice and easy. Why must you Europeans have roundabouts everywhere? I don't like roundabouts.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Let's go around the roundabout.
Exit now.
There we go. I wonder why why my processor might be thermal throttling. Maybe I should remove the cooler and clean it up and renew the thermal paste, even though it should not need it this early, because well, I have installed the cooler that it currently has not very long ago. I finally replaced it. I bought an aftermarket cooler and replaced the stock that I
Go straight on.
used to have there. I don't know, maybe that will help. I don't know. One thing that I do know that will help is if I replace one of the fans. The cooler that I have there has two fans, and one of them is a little wonky. It's making some noise. It's not spinning very nicely. I tried to lube it early today,
Keep left.
but I could not get to its axle to add some oil. So maybe that is why it is thermothrottling. I mean, still, it
Keep
should not
right.
happen because, like I said, it is not hot today. It's not chill either, but it is a nice temperature. Oh, there we go. Speaking of thermothrottling, there it is doing it again. Whichever way I fix this, I gotta fix this soon. Because I tell you, it is bad enough to have low frames just because the processor is old. Now with it thermal throttling as well, that is no bueno. At least the frame rate, despite being low, it's stable, it's consistent. It's not like it was doing the last time I streamed in the ETS2, when the frames would drop at random because of the auto mod plus thermal throttling, but the frame rate would be all over the place. Because when that happened, my truck became literally 100% uncontrollable. Every time
right.
that happened,
And then turn
I have
right.
to pull over and wait until the frame rate would stabilize again.
Turn right.
Yeah, it could be. I added all new case fans to my PC recently. When so
Get
much
ready
cooler.
to turn left.
Was there RGB? Oh, RGB.
Turn left.
Oh, there we go. Processor is back to its original clock.
You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
Yeah, sometime on this week that is going to begin soon, I will have to take this computer and take it off my desk again, because I just did this earlier today. Open it up and check the cooler, and not the cooler, the heatsink and the thermal paste. It's just that I really hate working inside my own computer. I love my computer, even if it's so old as it is. I just don't like working inside of it, doing maintenance on it. Because one, it is heavy because I have 4 hard drives in it. 4 or 5, now I can't remember. So it is heavy, and it has a monitor screen on top of it, so I gotta take that away. And it has a bunch of stuff over here. So I gotta get everything out of the way and then carry it to the table in the living room and set it down, and so much stuff to do.
Let's go.
Alright, let's see. Where am I going to anyway? I immediately forgot. And going up here, blah blah blah, and going over there. Alright. But that's better than melting your CPU though. Now that is true. Oops. That is completely true. Now, if I'm honest, even though I am a computer technician for a living,
Turn right.
and part of my job is working inside computers to do maintenance on them, clean up stuff and install
ready
or
to
install
turn left.
parts and stuff like that. I am completely
Turn
fine
left.
with doing that on other people's computers. I actually enjoy doing that. It's just my own that I don't like to do that. It's weird. I think There's a saying here in Brazil that I believe applies. This saying is usually applied to stuff like this, like a car mechanic who will fix people's cars but not his own. You know, how can I translate that? In Portuguese, it goes by like casa de ferreiro, espeto de pau. How do I translate that into English? Let me see.
Keep right.
In a blacksmith's house, in the blacksmith's home, the stick is made out of wood. That saying basically means that while the blacksmith makes steel stuff for others, his own stuff he rather have made out of other stuff, because I don't know, it's easier maybe, or because he's too lazy to do stuff for himself. I don't know. It's difficult to explain saying, especially when translated into English. It makes more sense in Portuguese. But yeah, I think that's the reason why I don't like working on my own computers. Don't get me wrong, I love building new computers when I can afford them. I loved building this Core i5 10 years ago, and I loved upgrading my work computer when I replaced the processor from the original thing it had to the Athlon X4 it currently has. Because this computer, I didn't actually buy this one. That's why I have it. When our company closed down our office in downtown a few years ago, I got to keep this computer. Its original specs were much inferior than what they are now. It had only 6 gigabytes of RAM, I think, and a very, very crappy AMD processor. I don't even remember what processor it was. And over time, I added more RAM. I upgraded to 8 gigabytes.
At the roundabout.
Roundabout.
Take the second exit.
I upgraded it to 8 gigabytes and the processor to an Athlon X4
Exit now.
760K. I believe that it is. Excuse me. I believe that's what it is. I believe that's what it is. Yes, it is. But that was a few years ago, because I had to do that upgrade because it was unbearable to work with this thing. So slow it was. But yeah, I like it working on those upgrades. But do maintenance? I hate it. I hate it. I mean, it's not like it's not fun. I still have fun doing it. It's just, I don't know, there's something about it being my own stuff, my own computer, that fixing it is not as enjoyable as it would be to like fix or build or do stuff inside a client's computer. I really don't know if I can explain this any better than this, honestly. It's a weird feeling.
Go straight on.
Oh my god, the frame rate. Oh, Jesus. I'm so spoiled with my PC that my tiny laptop takes so much longer. Yeah, I know the feeling. It's not really my laptop, but we do have an old Acer laptop here at home that even when it was new, it was way too slow to run Windows. It has an AMD C50 processor, only 1 gigahertz per core, only 2 cores, and I think it has 2 gigabytes of RAM. And the hard drive, I think it's 320 gigabytes, but that's not important. It is absurdly slow, that thing. It's so slow that I just had to get rid of Windows on it. it could not run Windows. Well, it could. It's just that everything would take ages to do anything. The processor usage would always be nearly 100%, as well as the RAM. I remember this one time when it still had Windows, I had the idea to install and run Discord on it. To load just a channel, it would take over a minute. And with the task manager open, because I wanted to see how much resources Discord alone was taking, everything was maxed out at 100%. So it was completely unusable. Well, mostly unusable. I actually used that for a while for work, when we still had our office in downtown, and it was a chore. It was a bit of a chore. But yeah, eventually I decided, you know what, screw this. This cannot be upgraded. This is unbearable. So I formatted it, got rid of Windows, and in its place I installed Zorin OS Lite. It's a Linux distro. It's a very nice Linux distro, actually. I like it. So I installed Zorin OS 12 on that. It was a couple years ago or so, and it's still slow with Linux, but it's so much more usable. You have no idea how much more usable it is. It's far better than when it was running Windows. But yeah, actually, Zorin OS is such a nice distro that I have it installed on another hard drive on my work computer here, which I usually just refer to as my quote-unquote second computer. It's actually the one that I was talking about. The motherboard needs to be replaced because of issues with the RAM slots. So yeah, it has Zorin on another hard drive. It's lovely. I really like it. Sometimes I use it. I don't use it frequently,
Take the first exit.
but it's there. I use it sometimes.
Exit
It's very
now.
nice. I want to install Zorin. I actually did install Zorin on my main computer as well, on yet another hard drive, and it works fine. But Linux doesn't seem to like dual screen setups, let alone the monitor that I use. So the settings are all wonky and the resolution is weird. So it's not a very good experience on this particular computer. Hopefully, when I can afford to upgrade to the Ryzen 5, I will have a better experience with that distro, or any distro really, on this particular computer. Which is not to say that Zorin is bad in some way. It is not. It is great. I love it. It's just Linux in general. I believe I had the similar issue when I tested Ubuntu on this computer a few years ago. So I do believe it's something to do with Linux and NVIDIA drivers or something. Ever use Linux? Oh, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it.
Second exit.
It's a really good OS. Actually, the more I use it, the more I like it. The only reason why I do not migrate
now.
from Windows to Linux is because of the softwares and some work routines that I have. Unfortunately, because Linux is not a very popular OS on the desktop, home desktop that is, it does not have enough
At the roundabout.
software
Take
support.
the second exit.
It does have some programs that are equivalent to their Windows counterparts, but a lot of them are just not.
Exit
They're not
now.
quite there, you know. They're not as good. Like they say that the best thing you can get instead of Photoshop on Linux is going to be GIMP, for example. The people say that it's a perfect replacement, very powerful and such. And yes, it is a great software. I have tried it before, but it's just not as good as Photoshop,
Keep
unfortunately.
right.
And Photoshop is only available on Windows. And like Photoshop, there are other Windows only programs that you can emulate on Linux via Play on Linux or Wine specifically, but it's just not the same thing. Most of them do not work as expected. They do not work as well as they do on Windows. Some just simply do not work at all. So yeah, it's unfortunate. And there's a lot of programs that I use on Windows that either do not have a, let's say, decent equivalent on Linux, and they do not emulate well enough on Linux or at all. So
Keep right.
for now, I'm still
And then exit
I'll have
right.
to still stay stuck with the Windows because of those programs. Truckers MP, for example, is something that do not
Exit
work on Linux.
right.
I've heard there's a way. Excuse me. There's a way you can run Truckers MP on Linux, but
Turn
it is
left.
not reliable, and I have no idea how to do it. So yeah, Truckers MP is one of those things that will depend exclusively on Windows for you to use. And I have other things too. My video editor software, the one that I like to use, it's Windows only. Linux has a nice one, but I didn't really like it. I don't know. I felt like it was missing some features that my current editor has. And art softwares, like I mentioned, Photoshop. There's also CorelDRAW, which I use a lot to draw my art, and they are not available on Linux, and they do not run well via emulation there. So yeah, unfortunately, I will have to stick with Windows. And if I'm honest, I really don't like Windows 10. I hate it. The more I use it, and I have Windows 10 on my second computer over here, my work computer. So it's not like, oh, Mark, you are talking crap on Windows 10, but you never use it. You are still using Windows 7. You cannot say anything about it. No, I use Windows 10 on my work computer, and my clients, they all run Windows 10. I know this thing in and out, inside and out, as a user and as a computer technician. And I can safely tell you, the more I use and service this thing, the more I hate it. It's terrible, it's awful. It does have its strengths, I give you that. Credit must be given where it is due, but it's just not worth it. Even Windows 8, which did not have a start menu, even that was better than Windows 10 in many aspects. Let alone Windows 7. Windows 7, Windows XP,
Get
and
ready.
Windows 2000.
Turn right.
Even Windows Vista. Windows freaking Vista. They were better than Windows 10
Turn
in
right.
most aspects. Now, which aspects those are, well, that would take 2 entire streams for me to go to talk about, because it's a lot of stuff, and I really do not want to go into a ramble about that, because you have no idea how much stuff I would have to say. But yeah, there are way too many things on Windows 10 that make me think that it is worse. Well, not necessarily worse, but yeah, worse than the previous versions of Windows. Even Windows Vista, I had so many fewer issues with Vista, even on computers from clients, than I ever had so far with
Get
Windows
ready
10.
to turn right.
And I mean, if I have to be always fixing something on a given operating system,
Turn right.
that is one of the many things, by the way. It's not the only thing. But if I have to be fixing stuff on that operating system almost every single time that it updates, for example, then no. Microsoft, you are just doing something wrong there. It's not good enough. And people just say, yeah, Linux is a lot better for servers. Actually, the internet runs on Linux. You might know that, you might not know that, but right now, even while you are just watching a stream on Twitch, this is going through
Get
a
ready
Linux
to
server
turn right.
somewhere in the world. And that's why I earlier on my my ramble about Linux and Windows 10 and such. Oh, this place is pretty. This place is pretty. That's why earlier I specifically said Linux on user desktop is not popular, because on the business side, in terms of internet hosting and servers and stuff, Linux is really popular. That's the most used operating system for servers, and the entire internet runs on Linux. You go on a server farm from Google, for example, or Cloudflare, their systems, they are running some version, some distro, sorry, of Linux. It's just really the consumer side of Linux that. The only reason I'm going to say it sucks is not because the operating system is bad. No, Linux is amazing. It's great. What sucks about it is the absence of developers developing stuff for it.
Exit now.
There are many programs, don't get me wrong, but the stuff that the world actually uses, the quote-unquote popular programs, you won't find them on Linux. Most of them anyway, like I mentioned. Specifically for media creators, artists, video editors and such, musicians specifically, they are completely alone in terms of software support for the stuff they use and they need in terms of Linux. No, mostly, not completely. If I say completely, I am being unfair.
Get ready.
But yeah,
Turn
it's
left.
too bad. Although, having said that, there have been news every now and then for the past few years
Turn left.
that the number of people using Linux on the consumer side of the market has been increasing. It's
Get
been
ready.
a very,
Turn left.
very slow and small growth, but it has been happening. And ironically, and curiously enough,
Turn
maybe
left.
it's just a coincidence even, but that started to happen only after support for Windows 7 was killed by Microsoft. And honestly, if that is really the case, people are migrating to Linux because they really do not want to use Windows 10. And actually, if you do a little research, you will find that there are way
ready
too many
to
people
turn left.
unhappy with Windows 10 and willing to migrate to Linux. I myself am
left.
one of those people. I just don't do it because of the reasons I mentioned earlier.
Fine.
Software support.
You're hit.
If that is the case, then I really cannot blame them. I completely understand. It is a fair reason. And I mean, coincidence or not, it does make sense. This is going to be interesting to park. You know what? I am going to try a thing here that is probably a bad idea, but I'm going to try anyway. I'm going to try in reverse from here, from this corner, into there. You know what? Actually, this is not going to work. I am going to spend way too much time trying to do this. Let's just go to the other side and do the way I am supposed to. But yeah, if you do a little research, you will find that the usage of Linux has been growing. Unfortunately, it is still really, really tiny. But hey, it's growing. It's something. And it is really good that more people are using Linux now, because that's how you get developers to develop for your system, okay? For your operating system. The more people uses it, the more people will want certain programs. So if there are enough people using a given operating system, the more developers will want to develop for that operating system. And the more programs are available for that operating system, the more users we want to use that operating system. And that is why Windows Phone, for example, died out, or rather was killed by Microsoft, because they did not offer a decent app support for the system. And believe me, Windows Phone, Windows 10 Mobile specifically, it was great. It had a lot of potential. It was a really good operating system. I dare say it was better than Android and iOS especially. Its downfall was the lack of proper app support, because the operating system was amazing, and because it did not have enough apps, not many people was very interested in using it. And because there was not enough, oops, I hit there, I was distracted. And because there was not enough people interested in using it because of the lack of apps, so there was not enough developers interested in developing for the operating system. Therefore, it created a vicious cycle where you don't have apps, people are not interested in the OS because there's no apps, and because there's no people, the developers are not interested in developing for that operating system because there's no people interested in getting their apps for that system. And therefore, Windows Mobile, Windows 10 Mobile, unfortunately was killed by Microsoft because they messed it up really badly in terms of app support. I still miss using my Lumia 640 XL as my daily driver. I really miss it. Oh man, what the heck am I doing over here? I'm talking about Windows Phone and Linux and software support, and I'm completely oblivious to what the heck I am doing over here. Oh my goodness, I have messed this up. I'm completely off the spot. Ah, dang it. I can fix this. Hang on. But yeah, that is a vicious cycle. And that is why it is really important, really good, really great that more and more people start using Linux. Because the more people use Linux, the more developers might want to develop for Linux. And if they develop for Linux, we eventually will have a better software ecosystem. Can you imagine if someday Linux has enough supporters? Yeah, enough supporters. But what I meant to say is, has enough users, that it grows enough that companies such as Adobe and whoever develops CorelDRAW decides to, hey, there's a lot of users over here. We should develop for that operating system as well. That way we can make more money. So let's make a Linux version of our program. Can you imagine if that ever happens and we actually get an official Photoshop CorelDRAW support for Linux? That would be amazing. That would be great. And honestly, the market desperately needs a third operating system option. Yes, Linux has been a third option for many decades, but let's be honest, in terms of actual proper software support, it unfortunately does not yet compare to Windows and even Mac OS, unfortunately. So yeah, it would be great to have such support and have an operating system that that everyone, literally every single person in the world, not just some people, can actually migrate to, switch to, and do literally everything they do on a Windows PC. They could do on Linux as well. Because like I was saying earlier, the Adobe Suite, for example, the Adobe Suite of programs, people who depend on that, and believe me, there are many people who do. I myself am one of them, specifically Photoshop. But those people, they cannot completely migrate to Linux without ever going back to Windows, even if just every now and then, because there are many programs that they just need and there is no equivalent on Linux, and it cannot be emulated on Linux.
Get ready to turn right.
So if someday those programs those people use depend on get an
Turn
official
right.
support for Linux from the official developer rather, then they will have no reason to not switch to Linux.
Get ready to turn right.
And that would be a great day when that eventually happens. And
Turn
yes,
right.
I did say that the market needs a actual third operating system option, but I probably should have said a proper second operating system option. Or rather, platform I should say rather, because Windows has many versions. I should say second because, let's be honest, macOS, one, you are absurdly restricted on the hardware. Two, the operating system itself is absurdly restricted on what you can do with it, customizations and such. You don't really have that much freedom on macOS, and iOS by extension. And third, it costs way too much money. It costs way too much money. You can
At the
buy,
roundabout,
you can build a Windows PC, Windows/Linux PC, with
exit
even more,
now.
with even more power than even the most expensive Mac, without spending nearly as much money as you would on a Mac, and you have complete freedom of what you can do with that computer, so long as you install Linux at least, because Windows 10 is becoming more and more restrictive with each upgrade, with each update, and that is one of the things that annoys me about Windows 10. It's one of the reasons, one of the many countless reasons why I don't like Windows 10, and why the more I use and service it, the more I dislike it, the more I hate it even. A regular user might not notice stuff like this, and the newer generations that are coming out, people who are kids now and they are born into the Windows 10 era, they will never know what was better, you know. They will never know. They will grow up on Windows 10 being crap like it is,
Keep
restrictive
right.
and such, and they will think to themselves, hey, this is great, this is perfect, yes, this could not get any better, simply because they will never know how much better and more free, in terms of freedom, the case, Windows 7, Windows XP, Windows 2000, even Windows Vista used to be. Even though those versions of Windows did have less features and such, they just will never know, and that is sad.
At the roundabout, take the first
My God, why so many roundabouts? Jesus Christ.
exit now. Get ready to turn left.
So I
Turn
believe I am
left.
going to buy a garage now? Yes, I am. They love the roundabouts. I know, right? Roundabouts up the wazoo. Hey, there goes my Merc.
It was a nice ride.
Wait, where's the garage? Oh, it's over here. That was in camera 8. There we go. There we go. Ooh, are you asking? Hey, Zenex, welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. How are you doing? Are you asking me where I am driving right now? I'm trying to remember the name of this DLC. It's Beyond the Black Sea, I think. Yeah, I've been driving on this area here for tonight's stream. Oops, I have pressed the wrong key. Where is the nearest repair shop? And over there. Wow, all the way over there? Yeesh. Okay. It's not so bad.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Alright, I'm gonna have to do a little maneuvering over here so I can actually leave this place. Is it me, or does the indicator on this Mercedes specifically does not go back to the off position after you do a turn? It feels like it. I'm gonna test it. Oops. There we go. Easy, easy. Almost there. You know what's weird? We can now lower the windows like this. And that is great, that is awesome. So you can stick your head outside like this. But I think SCS kind of overlooked the fact that you can still stick your head outside of the window even with the glass even with the windows closed. So my head goes through the glass. They should make it so you cannot do this. It would be a little bit annoying. I sure would be a little annoyed. But since this is a simulator, that would be a little more realistic. So like, when you turn your head like this with the camera, and you get to like around here, you just bonk. The camera just stops here because the glass is in your face. You just hit your face on the glass because the window's closed. So you turn your head, bonk. So you actually would have to lower the window so you can stick your head out to look back like this. It would be a little annoying, but it would add a little extra layer of realism, I suppose. It would be interesting.
Turn right.
Okay. The indicator, let's see. I am turning right, and I am not going to manually turn it off. Yep.
Get ready to turn
The
right.
indicators on this Mercedes do not turn off by themselves.
Turn right.
Huh. Interesting.
Get ready to turn left.
I wonder why.
Turn left.
Here we go. Now, because we are approaching about 2 hours of stream, and that is about how much time I have for the Friday streams, I am now heading to the repair shop to mend up the truck, and then I'm going to save the game over there, and I will call it a night
Keep right.
and end the stream there. ATS, turn off right away. Yep. Honestly, I just find ATS to be a better game overall, in pretty much all aspects. For one, it is better optimized than ETS 2. And two, I find it prettier. Well, yeah, I gotta be honest, it's not to say that Euro Truck Simulator is not a pretty game. It is. This place here, this is pretty. But everything looks about the same. There's very little variety in terms of landscapes. It's not ugly, it's very pretty. It's just everything looks the same.
Safe and sound.
On ATS, you have deserts, you have forests, you have tundras. Everything's beautiful. Even the deserts have a beauty of their own over there. You have a lot of variety. So it's never boring. Yeah, but Mike, the map is empty, there's no one playing. Well, there's no one playing here either. So what are you guys complaining about? Ah, there goes the internet. 'Cause, 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 Yeah, wait. I think it's back. I hope it's back. Man, my internet has been so wonky lately. I really gotta call my ISP and complain with them. They need to fix this stuff. And I need to remember to do that. Because I never remember to do it. I only remember to call them to complain when the problem happens. And that's just not good enough. That does not fit a trailer. Hey Harvey! Happy Friday! Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us. You just missed my rant on Windows 10. Maybe it was best that you did. I went all over the place with that. I'm gonna park this thing on the... Oh! Ah, dang it, I just hit the thing. Let's go back to fixing the truck. Dang it. I put a dent on the bumper. Sure I did. Oops. Let's do this again. Minus the denting part. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Okay, that's enough. Let's point this over here. I am quite alright myself, thank you. Although with a little bit of a back pain because I took a nap on my desk before I started the stream, so that wasn't very comfortable. Other than that, I am quite alright. Yeah, there we go. Did I just touch the thing again? Whatever. Oops, why did I just turn on the hazard lights? Derp. Hello, dude! Dang it, I did touch the thing. Ah, man. This sucks. There we go. Yeah, that's better. I like this, how this truck looks like. A little mix of the Neon Dragon paint job with a Christmas paint job. I think that's a Christmas paint job. I like this. Hey, I'm going to take a screenshot. This looks nice. Nice angle. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. Mercedes Actros. Oh yeah, I gotta save the game. I'm forgetting about that. Let's see here. Temp, yes. My current, yes. And for good measure, a quick save as well. There we go. Now later just gotta back up my profile. Okay, so a Mercra mixed with a Scania. Let me guess, you had a Scania cabin, or at least half of a Scania body, and the Scania engine as well, didn't you? I'm pretty sure you did. In which case I tell you, that was not really Mercedes. That was just a Scania. Spare cabin on a Scania chassis with a Volvo engine. That was not a Mercedes. That was a Volvo. It's like if I took my Fiat 147, which I am trying to restore. I'm struggling with the money. It's as if I took that little car, which I love that car by the way. It's a great car. Not as good as the Fiat Uno, the Brazilian Fiat Uno specifically, because the Brazilian Uno is actually better than the European Uno. It's also a little bit different. It is actually so good that it was exported to Europe after Fiat stopped producing the original one over there. But anyway, I digress. It's as if I took my little Fiat and put a BMW engine in it. It would still look like a Fiat, but it would drive like a BMW. Therefore, it would be essentially a BMW, especially in terms of maintenance. And also, the indicator lights would apparently mysteriously stop working for some reason. Who knows why? I've seen a picture of it. I love it and turned out well for Save Edit. No big holes or whatnot. Well, the important thing is that you like it. Personally, I don't like save editing. I actually almost hate save editing. Part of that is maybe because I have experience as a game moderator, but that's a whole different level of discussion. But that's a personal, mostly preference of mine. I prefer stuff being vanilla. And I like stuff in their original state, which is one of the reasons why my little Fiat that I have just talked about, I am restoring it to be as original as I can possibly make it be again. Although I am giving it a couple of electric windows and a stereo, of course. Gotta have some tunes on the road. My bite just yep, I use my bite on all my vehicles that have a cabin plate. I think I only have one truck that doesn't have those, and that would be my Peterbilt on ATS, and only because the positioning of the cabin plates on that truck obstruct way too much of the view for my taste, so I don't use those over there. But otherwise, everything that has wheels that has wheels in these games, all of them have these words on the windshield. And if you actually go on my profile on Truckers MP, and especially on DeviantArt, you'll find out where this might bite comes from. Take a look there later. But yeah, let's see. It's been about 2 hours of stream. That should be about all the time I have for tonight. So yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream here. Remember guys, every Friday I stream the Gaming Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I listen to the clocks change with the daylight saving times, in which case it will go back to the 7 p.m. Eastern. But for now it's 6 p.m. Eastern Time every Friday. I play a different game. For the next Friday, for the next Gaming Friday, I will see if I can play Phasmophobia. If I can get enough people to play with me, I'll definitely play Phasmophobia. If not, then I'll play something else. I have yet to decide what I will play then. But yeah, stay tuned. Likely Phasmophobia next Gaming Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Come and watch me get spooked. And I'll probably need some underwear. New underwear. Unfortunately, without facecam, because one, I don't have a decent webcam, and two, I don't want my face on the internet just yet. What else? Oh yes, as usual, every Sunday, the Chill Art Sunday, where I specifically draw something. It's a very relaxing live stream where we chat, we listen to some good music. It's a nice experience, I believe. I really like it myself. So yeah, every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, until the clocks change with daylight saving times, which then will go back to being at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So stay tuned for that. Occasionally I might stream on Saturday, on the Saturday Extra, but those streams, they are not scheduled, so you gotta stay tuned for announcements for when I am going to stream something on Saturday. And soon I might add an extra stream slots sometime in the week, probably on Wednesday, and if I do, it's probably going to be around 6 p.m. Eastern as well, like on Fridays. I just have yet to decide what exactly I'm going to stream on those. Maybe admin streams, I don't know yet. Stay tuned for announcements on that as well. I'll be posting announcements on my DeviantArt, Truckers MP, YouTube even, as well as Twitter. You can find my name there for each one of those places, right there on the screen, on the bottom corner. Other than that, like I said, maybe I do yet another stream later tonight. If I do play Phasmophobia with those friends I have talked about earlier, maybe that's unlikely, but maybe that happens. Other than that, I believe that's going to be it. So everyone, thank you so much for joining. I really hope you have enjoyed. I have enjoyed, apart from the times my internet dropped, as well as my frames, because my computer is old and it's thermal throttling. Other than that, it has been a very enjoyable experience for me, and I hope it has been an enjoyable experience for you as well. So my friends, have a great rest of night, have a great day if it's already Saturday for you. Have a great weekend, and I hope I see you guys next time on the next stream, either Sunday or Saturday or next Friday even. I hope to see you guys again. So yeah, everyone, stay healthy, God bless you, stay safe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.
Some problems and we don't know what to do. You've come to find your feelings aren't exactly what you knew. The odds are stacked quite poorly if without a winning hand. But bear in mind your bearing's only worse if you don't try. Don't bet on taking trips because they'll turn your trips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. Citrus can seem quite big if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I will not let them on my opinion of such enough. Bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes and set it not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I will not let that mar my opinion of the fact that if you could fix the failings of the current paradigm, we would have a hero who's supposed to be elusive and on time. Just on time. And then we would all contrive new conflicts, you know. Don't bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes and set it not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mar my opinion of the show. Don't bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mar my opinion. Manipulations placed before you to get all the things you really need. Mr. Big may make things hard, but you have got to plant your seeds. Go to war, fight more. Your dreams thrive by competition. You'll find no one famous ever got there just by flinching at their foes. Cling against the torment claw with all your might at what you know. Don't let go, just grow. Don't wait or play to indecision. Don't bet on taking trips because you've got